With more than 50 years of medical experience to his credit, Dr. Stuart Pegg knew from a young age that he always wanted to pursue a career in medicine. As a child, Dr. Pegg had a penchant for helping people and knew his future profession would revolve around this innate desire. Recognizing the progression of medicine within the Australian healthcare system during the 1950s, he reveled at the idea of witnessing future advancements in this field and how he would apply them to his patients. Determined to provide optimal care to others, he resolved to pursue a career as a physician. Prior to his success, Dr. Pegg enrolled at the University of Queensland and graduated with a Bachelor of Surgery and a Bachelor of Medicine with honors in 1956. Thriving under the tutelage of his professors, he persisted in his educational pursuits at this academic institute and earned a Doctor of Medicine. In the years that followed, he began accumulating an impressive and decorated resume with multiple healthcare organizations. Following his departure from the University of Queensland, Dr. Pegg initially served as an intern with the Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital in 1957. He then performed as the medical superintendent for the town of Julia Creek in Queensland from 1958 to 1961. Afterwards, Dr. Pegg decided he would strengthen his skill set and help patients on a surgical level rather than solely diagnosing ailments and signing specialist referrals. Subsequently, Dr. Pegg contributed to Princess Alexandria Hospital as a surgical registrar in 1962. By 1964, he had obtained his registration in general surgery from the Medical Board of Queensland, having become a Fellow of the Royal Australasian College of Surgery in 1964 and Fellow of the Royal College of Surgery of England in 1966. In 1965, he briefly relocated to England and was active under the same title at the Royal Berkshire Hospital. Upon his return to Australia in 1967, Dr. Pegg began cultivating a long-lasting, reputable relationship with the Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital as a surgical supervisor. During this time, he attained his certification in pediatric surgery from the Medical Board of Queensland. By 1977, Dr. Pegg had secured a promotion to the Director of Surgery at the Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital. For the next 17 years, he diligently managed a team of specialists and oversaw the daily operations of the hospital's surgical department. As a scholar, Dr. Pegg consistently understood the importance of knowledge and firmly adhered to the belief that education is never-ending. Hoping to enlighten forthcoming doctors and surgeons, he made the decision to continue his career as an associate professor of burn surgery at the University of Queensland in 1994. By 1996, he excelled as a full-fledged professor at this institution until 2006. Since then, Dr. Pegg has entered into a well-deserved retirement. As a means of commemorating his service, he has been honored as the namesake of the Pegg-Litchfield Children's Burn Center. In 2003, the Adult Burn Center was named in his honor. Aside from his professional tenure, Dr. Pegg formerly served as a major in the Australian Army Reserve. He likewise has published various chapters, articles, essays, and dissertations in several academic publications and journals. Owing to his efforts, Dr. Pegg has been distinguished with accolades such as the Vice-Chancellor Alumni Award of Excellence from the University of Queensland and the G. Whittaker International Burn Prize. Moreover, he is recognized as a decorated member of the Order of Australia. Dr. Pegg also maintains memberships with a number of associations at numerous capacities, including as a member of the Royal Australian College of Medical Administrators, the Australian Medical Association, the American Burn Association, and the South African Burn Association. He is an honorary life member of the International Society for Burn Injuries, the former president of the Churchill Fellows Association of Queensland, and the former president of the Australian and New Zealand Burn Association, among others. As Dr. Pegg did not have many mentors, he advises future healthcare professionals to practice perseverance, dedication, and self-confidence. At his leisure, Dr. Pegg enjoys spending quality time with his children, David, Susan, and Michael, and grandchildren, Andrew and Jessica. In addition, he can be found regularly tending to the orchids in his garden. As a testament to his accomplishments, Dr. Pegg received the Albert Nelson Marquis Lifetime Achievement Award and is featured in past editions of Who's Who in Medicine and Healthcare, Who's Who in Science and Engineering, and Who's Who in the World.